How good is your listening? Test your English listening. Can you understand native speakers? Let's see if you can catch real, messy, everyday English when people talk fast, drop words, and change direction mid-sentence.
In this episode, you'll learn how to listen for the meaning instead of every single word, how to handle reductions and casual phrases, and how to recover smoothly when you miss something.
Quick question. When a friend tells you a story, do you understand the main point but lose the little details?
That's normal. Native speakers skip sounds and assume you already have context.
Warm up. A neighbor asks, "You headed out?" What do they mean?
They mean, "Are you leaving right now?" Context does a lot of work.
Coffee shop line. Same as usual? If it's your first time, what do you say?
You can say, "Actually, it's my first time. What do you recommend?" Easy redirect.
Listening test. I kinda ran out of time. What matters most?
The idea. They didn't have enough time. You can respond to meaning, not perfect words.
Sorry, I zoned out. Can you say that again?
So, you're saying, "It moved to Friday." You're checking the message.
New situation. Cashier says, "Do you want cash back?" If you don't know it, what do you do?
Ask, "What does cash back mean?" Or just say, "No thanks," if you want to keep it simple.
Stress helps. In cash back, those words pop even when everything else blurs.
Fast speech can sound like one chunk, but the stressed words still guide you.
One more. Friend says, "I'm down." Are they sad or agreeing?
Usually agreeing, like, "I'm down to go," but tone and topic decide.
Now let's level up with real-life scenes where people talk over each other, change topics, and use half-finished sentences. The goal isn't perfect word-for-word understanding. The goal is to stay in the conversation and respond naturally, even when you miss pieces.
Imagine you bump into someone you kind of know, and they start with small talk. They might say, "Oh wow, it's been a minute." If you learned minute only as 60 seconds, that feels weird. In casual speech, it means, "It's been a long time." Your brain has to connect the phrase to the situation, not the dictionary.
People also stack info quickly. Someone might say, "We were going to grill, but it started raining, so we just ordered pizza." Even if you miss grill, you can catch raining and ordered pizza and understand. Plans changed. When you practice listening, focus on the story shape. Plan, problem, new plan.
Try this mini story. "I was gonna hit the gym, but my friend texted last minute, so we grabbed groceries instead." If you heard only gym and groceries, you're still fine. Your answer can be simple. "Oh, so you ended up doing errands."
Here's a confidence boost. Native speakers expect follow-up questions. It's not rude. If someone says, "Yeah, I talked to her about it," and you don't know what it is, a strong listener asks, "About the schedule or about the new place?" Two options makes it easy for them to clarify.
Call and response. I say, "I might swing by later if I can." You respond with a clarifying question like, "Later like tonight or later this week?" That one move turns confusion into normal conversation.
When speech gets blurry, don't freeze. Grab one anchor word and guess the category. If you catch eat, it's probably about food or timing. If you catch ride, it's probably about transportation. Then respond in a way that still fits. like, not yet, I'm deciding, or do you need me to come now?
Plans talk is full of casual words. Someone says, I'm free Saturday, but Sunday is kinda packed. Packed means busy. You don't need the full sentence to respond. Catch the day and the vibe and say, okay, so Saturday works better.
Another listening test. Notice how often people don't finish sentences. You'll hear, if you want, we could just, and they stop, assuming you understand. Your job is to respond to the intention. Yeah, we could keep it simple and stay in.
At someone's home, you might hear, make yourself at home. That's not literal permission to do anything. It's social language that means relax, sit where you want, grab water, don't be stiff. If you understand the culture, the listening becomes easier because you can predict what comes next.
At a store, an employee might ask, do you have the receipt or is it on the card? If you miss the second half, you can still answer the first. If you need to, ask, what do you mean on the card? They'll explain it's the purchase record tied to your payment.
Casual English uses a lot of softener phrases. Kind of, a bit, maybe. They change the mood, but they aren't always the core meaning. I'm kind of tired still means tired. If you catch the main adjective, you can respond naturally.
Let's collect a few everyday reactions that matter for listening. That works means the plan is okay. No worries means it's fine. I'm good often means no thanks. The trick is to connect the phrase to the moment, like hearing I'm good when someone offers another cookie. In a grocery store, you might hear a worker say, you're all set, meaning you're done and can go. Or they might say, give me one sec, and it sounds like, gimme one sec. If you catch sec, you know it's a short wait.
Practice moment. Phrase, you want a hand? You answer like you're there. Yeah, actually, can you hold this for a second? Or, I'm good, but thanks. Those responses show you understood the intent, even if you didn't catch every word.
Another common line. I'm just gonna run to the store real quick. The key meaning is they're leaving briefly. You can respond, cool, do you need anything? You don't need to replay the sentence in your head, you just need the situation.
Fillers like, you know, and I mean can feel like noise. Treat them like commas. Don't chase them. Chase the content words. Names, times, places, actions. Those are the words that let you answer.
Content word challenge. So I ended up grabbing tacos with Jenna after work, and then we just chilled. Even if the start is fuzzy, if you catch tacos, Jenna, and after work, you can say, nice, how was it? That's successful listening. Think about small talk with friends. You want to grab something to eat? Can be an invitation, not a detailed plan. You can answer with a question to shape it. Sure, where were you thinking? That turns listening into action.
Sometimes you understand the words but miss the implied meaning. It's a little pricey might really mean, I don't want to buy it. A good listener hears that and offers an option. Do you want to look somewhere else? That response proves you got the message.
Call and response check-in. I say, I might be a few minutes late. You respond, no problem. Do you want me to start without you or wait? That shows you're tracking the important detail. Timing.
Another check-in. I say, I'm not sure about that place. You respond, what don't you like about it? That buys time and pulls out clearer information so you don't stay stuck on what you missed.
A simple repair tool is repeating the last words you did hear with a question tone. If you only catch after the game, you can say, after the game. They'll naturally repeat and add details. It's quick and it feels normal.
Don't overuse that trick, though. Mix it with guessing and confirming. You can say, wait, do you mean we're meeting at your place first? If you're wrong, they correct you. Either way, you get clarity and you keep the conversation warm.
Phone calls are tough because you lose body language and the audio can be bad. So keep a few short phrases ready. Sorry, you cut out. Can you repeat the last part? And can you say that a little slower? Short, polite, and super useful. And if you're watching videos to practice, don't just rewind the same line 10 times. Listen, guess, then check. That guess and check loop is what trains your brain to handle real conversations.
With customer service, you can control the pace by asking to confirm details. Can I read that back to you? Then you repeat the address or number. Now listening is a two-way process, and you don't have to carry everything alone in your head.
Directions are another everyday challenge. Someone says, go down there, take a left, it'll be on your right. If you get lost, that's not your English, that's directions. Ask again using what you did catch. Left at the end, then right.
Friends also change topics suddenly. 1 second it's food, the next it's work. If you feel lost, you can say, wait, are we still talking about dinner or the new job? That question resets the context so your brain can lock in.
Native speakers use vague words like stuff and things all the time. I've got some stuff to do just means errands or tasks. You don't need an exact picture in your mind. You just need the idea. They're busy.
Mini listening game. Line. I'm gonna see if they can squeeze me in. That means they're trying to get an appointment or fit into a schedule. A natural reply is, nice. When do you think you'll get in? You're responding to the real meaning.
Another line. I'm on the fence. That means they haven't decided. Your reply could be, what's making you unsure? That question invites clearer language and gives you more listening clues. If you miss a name or place, you can also ask for spelling. How do you spell that? Is normal. And it gives you another chance to hear the word clearly.
The hardest mindset shift is accepting you'll miss words sometimes. If you demand perfection, every missed word feels like failure. Instead, think of it like walking in light fog. You don't need to see everything, just enough to take the next step.
Here's a simple practice routine. First, listen for the big idea. Second, listen for a couple details. Third, listen for emotion. Are they joking, annoyed, excited, stressed? Emotion carries meaning even when some words disappear.
If someone speaks too fast, summarize to slow the moment down. So you're saying we meet at 7, then we head over together? When you summarize, they confirm or correct you, and you get a clean version of the message.
Listening also gets easier when your everyday vocabulary is strong. Not fancy words, simple verbs like grab, pick up, drop off, head out, hold on, run by. When those words are automatic, your brain has space to follow the story.
Quick practice with those verbs. Can you pick me up at 8? Means come get me by car. I'll drop it off later means deliver it. Hold on a sec means wait. Try answering with short replies. Sure. Sounds good. No problem.
Let's build a realistic plan conversation with a little confusion. One person says, I thought we said 8. The other says, I might have mixed it up. Did we say 8 or 8:30? Then they agree. Let's do 8:30. And the final reply is simple. Perfect. I'll text you when I'm leaving.
To make listening easier in real life, create a small rescue kit of phrases you can use anytime. One more time. What was the last part? Do you mean? And can you give me an example? When those are automatic, your brain relaxes.
Also, notice how often people answer questions without directly saying yes or no. If you ask, "Are you coming?" they might say, "In a bit," or "I'm finishing something." That's basically yes, but delayed. Listening is decoding the intention.
Here's a tricky everyday moment. Sarcasm or joking. If someone says, "Oh, great," with an eye roll or a tired voice, they probably mean the opposite. If you're not sure, respond safely. Wait, is that good or bad? People will laugh and explain.
One more call and response. I say, "I didn't really catch that." You respond, "No worries, what I meant was." That shows you can keep the vibe friendly even during a repair.
Last call and response. I say, "Did you catch what she said?" You respond, "Not really. Can you tell me the main point?" That phrase is honest, casual, and it keeps you in the conversation.